Very good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the current affairs class. I hope you all are doing well. Can you please confirm, is the audio and video good? So today we are going to cover 13th and 14th April CA. All right, so let's begin with the first segment, the ESI Finance and Business News. The first news is IIP growth slows down to 7-month low of 2.9% in February 2025. Index of Industrial Production, you all know about it, right? IIP की जो growth है, it has been dropped to 2.9% in February after strong start at 5.01. So in January it was strong, but then it has witnessed a downfall, and this data has been provided by your NSO, National Statistical Office, that is under MOSPI. Okay. Particularly if you see growth in manufacturing and mining sectors, it has eased to 2.9, and किसका maximum weightage है, you all, or the important question is IIP में the 8 core industries, their weightage is important. I want all of you to tell me the weight of 8 core industries in the IIP. Yes, anyone? जो हमारी 8 core industries हैं, how much weightage do they carry in the index of industrial production? Now moving on to regulatory bodies news. So first one is RBI has imposed 3.2 lakh rupees of fine on the Citibank. So RBI has imposed 3.2 lakh rupees penalty on Citibank for failing to conduct proper due diligence on inward remittances from foreign currency, violating FEMA provisions. So it has violated certain FEMA provisions. FEMA, you all know, stands for Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999. Uske kuch provisions it has violated. That's why the penalty has been imposed. Remember this much only. Next one, India's outward FDI up 20% at $5.81 billion in March according to RBI data. Outward जो हमारा FDI है, foreign direct investment है, it has yes, very good Sonu, 40.27% is the weightage IIP carry, 8 core industries carry in the IIP. According to RBI data, India का जो outward FDI है, it has rose about 20% to $5.81 billion, and आउटवर्ड एफडीआई क्या है? बेसिकली आपके इक्विटी, लोन, गारंटीज, इन सब में जो भी हमारे कमिटमेंट्स है. सो आउटवर्ड एफडीआई का मतलब है जो भी हमारा इक्विटी में पैसा गया है, लोन्स, गारंटीज फॉर ओवरसीज, ये सारी चीजें. सो ऑल दीज आर द कंपोनेंट्स, रिमेंबर. एंड आउटवर्ड एफडीआई इन द क्वार्टर एंडेड March 2025, it stood at $10.32 billion. Okay. Also, out of this entire thing, what is more important is the top outward FDI destinations for Indian. सबसे ज़्यादा FDI कहाँ गया है? So top outward FDI destination for Indian FDI in January to March 2025. Remember, this is for Jan to March. Was Singapore. So top 3 आपको at least याद रखना है, Singapore, Mauritius and US. ठीक है, Singapore, Mauritius and US. So top outward FDI destination would be Singapore. Remember everyone. Next one is RBI to mandate application submission via Pravaha portal from 1st May. Pravaha portal we have covered earlier as well. This is important, remember, and Pravaha का full form भी आपको ध्यान रखना है. So RBI ने, it has asked all the applicants, including the regulated entities, to use Pravaha platform for submitting applications for regulatory authorizations, licenses, approvals. 1st May से ही जितने भी regulated entities हैं, all the regulated entities, if they require any approval, any license, any authorization has to come via Pravah portal. ठीक है, Pravah portal. Everyone note it down. Pravah portal is definitive area of question in the upcoming examinations. इसका extension भी आपको ध्यान रखना है, full form. So Pravah basically stands for Platform for Regulatory Application, Validation and Authorization. Platform for Regulatory Application, Validation and Authorization. Remember this thing, ठीक है? ये क्यों लॉन्च किया है RBI ने? Basically to achieve end-to-end digitization of all internal workflows. जितने भी internal workflow हैं, लाइसेंस प्रोवाइड कराना है, ऑथराइजेशन देना, सब कुछ it wants to happen in a digital mode. So Pravah is platform for regulatory application, validation and authorization. Next one is SEBI has rolled out standardized format for specialized investment funds. जो आपके SIF specialized investment funds होते हैं. अच्छा, first of all specialized investment fund क्या होता है, उसके बाद you will be able to remember specialized investment fund क्या है. So they try to strike a balance between a mutual fund, रेगुलर जो हमारा म्यूचुअल फंड होता है, और एक होता है PMS, पोर्टफोलियो मैनेजमेंट सर्विसेज. ठीक है, अच्छा, पोर्टफोलियो मैनेजमेंट सर्विसेज दे डू व्हाट, दे प्रोवाइड मोर पर्सनलाइज्ड इन्वेस्टमेंट स्ट्रैटेजी, है ना. दे मैनेज योर पोर्टफोलियो, थोड़ा सा पर्सनलाइज्ड होता है. म्यूचुअल फंड आपको पता है ये फंड मैनेज करता है. इट इज इन बिटवीन, इसमें फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी भी होती है और हाई नेट वर्थ इंडिविजुअल्स को कैटर भी करता है, राइट. तो ये जो आपके स्पेशलाइज्ड इन्वेस्टमेंट फंड होते हैं उनके लिए एक स्टैंडर्डाइज फॉर्मेट सेबी ने रिलीज किया है. जितनी भी एप्लीकेशंस आएंगी इनसे फॉर mutual funds, if they want to establish any specialized investment fund, it has to come in this standardized format. Okay, and there are certain guidelines which have been released. Like first point, investors, they are required to invest specialized investment fund establish करने के लिए. This is going to be very important, everyone. Pay attention here. Investors are required to invest a minimum of how much? 10 lakh rupees. Minimum of how much? 10 lakh rupees across all SIF strategies. Then mutual funds who are looking to launch SIFs, they are also required to submit their applications in a prescribed format, as we have discussed. Third point, under this new format, asset management companies will have to disclose the performance of each investment strategy. जो भी आपकी investment strategy है, उसकी performance you will be required to disclose. If the strategy is new, no performance. जब new है तो कोई performance record नहीं होगा. Then, but if a strategy is in existence for less than 1 year, they must report absolute returns कि क्या क्या एक साल में आपका performance रहा है. For those older than 1 year, उनका compounded annualized returns must be disclosed for 1 year, 3 year, 5 year periods, जितना भी वो पुराना है, depending upon that. Remember, minimum investment 10 lakh rupees है. Moreover, absolute returns for each of the past 5 financial years has to be presented using a bar chart format. So these are the requirements they have set out for any mutual fund who want to set up SIF. And SIF, I have explained you, is a in midway between a mutual fund and say PMS, right? Portfolio Management Services. Next is NAV. NAV के बारे में भी इन्होंने बोला है. For what is NAV? NAV आपका finance का भी important concept है. Net Asset Value. Net Asset Value. Net Asset Value related disclosures जो हैं, they are also mandated. NAV के सारे disclosures will be mandated. They have to disclose the NAV. अच्छा, NAV क्या होता है? It is basically the market value of a fund's holdings on a particular day. On a particular day, what is the market value of whatever the mutual fund holds? उसकी holding की जो market value है, it gives an idea basically of how much is your fund worth of, right? तो NAV वो है. NAV का भी disclosure mandatory होगा. Also, the asset management companies, they must clearly explain the methodology used for NAV computation. They also have to explain what methodology they have used to calculate the NAV. Okay? Any NFO, new fund offer जो होगा, NFO क्या होता है? I have discussed this thing with you. जैसे IPO होता है, वैसे म्यूचुअल फंड, अगर कोई नया फंड आप लॉन्च कर रहे हैं तो यू कैन रेज द मनी ऑन द सब्सक्रिप्शन बेसिस. सो न्यू फंड ऑफर इज दैट. एक्सपेंसेस आर टू बी चार्ज टू इन्वेस्टर्स. कोई NFO का एक्सपेंस इन्वेस्टर से आप चार्ज नहीं करेंगे। देन एग्जिट लोड अगर एप्लीकेबल है वो क्लियरली स्टेटेड होना चाहिए और कैन बी रिवाइज फ्रॉम टाइम टू टाइम। व्हाट इज एग्जिट लोड? एग्जिट लोड क्या होता है? आपकी कोई भी इन्वेस्टमेंट है, इफ यू वांट टू रिडीम इट और विड्रॉ इट बिफोर द एक्चुअल मेच्योरिटी पीरियड, तो उसके लिए जो चार्ज लगता है दैट इज एग्जिट लोड। ठीक है, अगर आप टाइम से पहले उसको रिडीम करना चाहते हैं, सो द चार्ज is exit load. If it is applicable, it has to be clearly stated. ठीक है, any changes, कोई भी fundamental attributes हैं, they must require SEBI's prior review. Okay, also along with the written communication to investors and a minimum 30-day exit window at NAV without exit load. अगर कोई change होता है in any fundamentals, at least 30-day exit window मिलनी चाहिए at the NAV, जो net आपका asset value है, नेव पर एग्जिट मिलना चाहिए। ऑल्सो उसमें कोई एग्जिट लोड नहीं लगेगा। आई होप दिस इज क्लियर एवरीवन, राइट? सो ऑल दीज आर द पॉइंट्स रिगार्डिंग द SIF. देन मूविंग ऑन टू बैंकिंग न्यूज सेगमेंट, द फर्स्ट न्यूज इज भीम हैज लॉन्च्ड न्यू कैंपेन पैसों की कदर। भीम ने एक नया कैंपेन लॉन्च किया है। भीम हैज लॉन्च दिस, भारत का अपना पेमेंट ऐप जो उसका कैंपेन है, इट हैज टाइटल्ड द कैंपेन एज पैसों की कदर। नाउ बेसिकली वाया दिस इट वांट्स टू सेलिब्रेट हाउ इंडियाज रिलेशनशिप विद मनी इज बिल्ट ऑन ट्रस्ट एंड फैमिलियरिटी। हमारा जो रिलेशन है मनी के साथ, वी ट्रस्ट इट, राइट? सो ट्रस्ट एंड फैमिलियरिटी। नाउ दिस हैज बीन कंसेप्चुअलाइज्ड बाय टिल्ट ब्रांड सॉल्यूशंस एंड द campaign promises 5 brand films presented in a slice of life format. So यहाँ पर 5 brand films जो हैं they will be presented and they are released in 9 Indian languages. Remember, 9 Indian languages. Okay. Bheem आपको पता ही है, Bheem is India's own payment app which has been developed by NPCI Bheem Services Limited, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of the NPCI. National news, let's discuss. First is Center has launched Global Tariff and Trade Help Desk. You all know that recently this tariff war is happening, isn't it? So Center has operationalized a help desk for global tariff and trade related assistance. Now, so this help desk basically will collect and collate trade related issues concerning the ministries, departments and agencies of central government and state governments. You can access this helpline to get information about the tariffs and trade, because now tariff and this trade scenario has become very uncertain. Recently, you see, US has imposed tariffs on lot of countries, including India, 26% the figure is. So यहाँ पर this is the help desk. Anyone can send a mail to DGFT edi@nic.in with the subject header Global Tariff and Trade Help Desk. Also, the toll-free number has been provided, which is this number 1800-111-550, right? So this is the help desk. The next one is facial recognition Aadhaar app has been launched. So यहाँ पर यूनियन गवर्नमेंट ने लॉन्च किया है the new Aadhaar app, which has a feature of facial recognition authentication and digital verification capabilities. Okay? So this app was created basically in collaboration with your UIDAI, the Unique Identity Authority of India, to allow faster verification using a QR code. QR code use करके the verification, facial recognition would be very fast and quick. Now it will eliminate the physical cards and photocopies. जो भी physical cards होते हैं हमारे, photocopy होती है, उसकी ज़रूरत नहीं होगी. एक QR से ही आपका आधार का जो भी डेटा है, it would be scanned. Okay? इसका beta version है. The app allows users to share only necessary data. So remember, this new Aadhaar app has been launched, which is new Aadhaar featuring facial recognition. This is the specific feature. Then next one is NTPC to add 30 gigawatts of coal-based thermal capacity by 2032 to meet the demand. So the NTPC has announced that it is going to increase its capacity addition target by financial year 2032 to 30 gigawatts. पहले 26 था, अभी 30 कर दिया because there is rising demand of power. ठीक है, कौन कौन से प्लांट से आएगा? दी बर्ड प्लांट फ्रॉम बिहार, नॉर्थ करणपुरा झारखंड, पतरा 2 झारखंड एंड दी खुर्जा थर्मल पावर प्लांट. सो यू नीड नॉट रिमेंबर कि किससे कितना आएगा, just remember the names and remember the target 30 gigawatts by 2032. Now moving on to next news. Union Ministry of Information and Broadcasting has signed an MOU with Government of Maharashtra. इन्होंने जो MOU साइन किया है, this is basically to establish world class institute for animation, visual effect, gaming, comics, extended reality sector. So basically AVGC XR जो आपका सेक्टर है, एनिमेशन, वर्चुअल रियलिटी, गेमिंग, कॉमिक्स, इन सब के लिए they want to establish a world class institute. It would be called as Indian Institute of Creative Technologies, IICT. Remember, it would be called as Indian Institute of Creative Technologies. Location would be Mumbai. It would be located at Dada Saheb Phalke Film City itself in the Goregaon, Mumbai. Okay. And it would be a not-for-profit Section 8 company. Section 8 company hogi, that is, you already know, is a not-for-profit company. Now, remember this equity split into this. This can be of importance, right? Equity split kya hoga is IICT ka. 34% will be there with Government of India. 34% Government of India का शेयर होगा, 14% Government of Maharashtra, 26% FICCI, the industry body, and 26% CII. So this is the distribution of the equity shares. 34% will be there with the center. And for Government of India will be providing initial grant of 391.15 crore rupees for this. Then moving on to state news. First one is Pradhan has signed MOU with the Odisha government. So Pradhan is what? It is a national support organization for Day NRLM. Day NRLM क्या है? बहुत ही important scheme है आपकी दीन दयाल अंत्योदय योजना, National Rural Livelihoods Mission. NRLM, very very important scheme. इन्होंने sign किया है MOU with the government, with the Directorate of Horticulture under the Department of Agriculture. Why? For empowerment, right? So project का नाम है Strengthening Livelihoods of Women Self-Help Group Members through Promotion of Agricultural Production Clusters in Odisha. Via this MOU, they will be establishing APC, Agriculture Production Clusters in Odisha. इससे they want to empower the women self-help groups in the state of Odisha. Remember that. Now next one is Kerala and Tamil Nadu. They have united for Nilgiri Tar Census 2025. So you can look at the image. This species is the Nilgiri Tar. Okay. इसके census के लिए they have collaborated Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So they will be carrying out Nilgiri Thar census from 24th April to 27th April across 89 blocks in the states. If you look at the recent status of IUCN, according to IUCN Red List, what status has been provided to the species? It is endangered, right? It is endangered. Also, it is a Schedule 1 species of Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Schedule 1 species का क्या मतलब है? Schedule 1, see यहाँ पर Wildlife Protection Act में आपके there are different schedules, okay, in which species are placed. It has implications. So just go and read about it, okay. If there is any species which is there in Schedule 1, what does it imply? If there is any species in say Schedule 4 of the Act, what does it imply? So they have implications. Then Project Nilgiri Tahar has also been launched. 2022 से 2027 is the time period. Of course, the aim is to conserve Tamil Nadu's state animal through scientific survey. The state animal है वहाँ का. Endangered is the latest status. Then next news says Sikkim to host International Youth Conclave. International Youth Conclave, it has started at Yangang Helipad in Namchi district in Sikkim, organized by Department of Tourism of the state government. And the central theme abhi jo hai iski, it is celebrating Sikkim's 50 years of statehood. Central theme is celebrating Sikkim's 50 years of statehood. The next one is Chhattisgarh's first semiconductor plant has been there. Semiconductors बहुत सारे projects आ रहे हैं. So Chhattisgarh CM Vishnu Deosai has led the foundation stone for state's first ultra edge technology based गैलियम नाइट्राइड बेस्ड सेमीकंडक्टर प्लांट इन नवा रायपुर. रिमेंबर, छत्तीसगढ़ का पहला सेमीकंडक्टर प्लांट होगा. इट वुड बी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग 10 मिलियन चिप्स एनुअली बाय 2030. Then next one is Telangana Chief Minister to launch Bhu Bharati portal on April 14th. So Telangana Chief Minister is set to launch it today, the Bhu Bharati portal, to strengthen the revenue system of the state. Bhu Bharati, which is basically the record of rights in land. Land से related जो भी आपके rights हैं, ownership है, उसका proper record होगा. It would provide, security and ownership to the poor people because बहुत मुश्किल से they have acquired the land. So this is the portal. Then moving on to international news. First one is global trade could shrink by 3% due to tariffs, according to UN economists. So latest data by some UN economists have said that global trade is expected to shrink by 3% due to latest tariffs. ये बहुत ज़्यादा आपके लिए important नहीं है. Then moving on to MOU. MOUs में first MOU is between India and Italy. The MOU has been signed India और Italy के बीच में to advance joint initiatives in quantum technology, AI and biotechnology. Remember, quantum technology, AI and biotechnology में they will be partnering. Also, the agreement part of the Indo-Italian Executive Program of Cooperation for 2025-2027. So it is a part of this broader program जिसका tenure क्या है 25 से 27. The next one is Maharashtra government and Russia's Rosatom have signed MOU for the development of small modular reactor. Small modular reactor. Remember, this is important. Based on thorium fuel. Thorium पर based होगा. Thorium पर based होगा. Small modular reactor. So Russia-based Rosatom would be assisting the Maharashtra government into this. Then you have Fujare International Airport partners with Indigo to launch 2 direct daily flights to Mumbai and Kannur from May 15. These are some of the MOUs. Moving on to science and tech. So you have Kirloskar launching world's smallest 1000 kVA generator. ये generator की image you can see, it has been launched by Kirloskar. ठीक है? This is the image, smallest one. So Kirloskar Oil Engines Limited have introduced this OptiPrime dual core 1000 kVA generator, world's smallest in its class, promoting environmental sustainability as well. Cipla has got US FDA not to market generic version of cancer drug Abraxane. Remember, cancer related एक drug है Abraxane, उसका जेनेरिक वर्जन बनाने के लिए सिप्ला को नॉड मिल गया है. अच्छा, जेनेरिक वर्जन आप ऐसे ही नहीं बना सकते, राइट? जो भी पेटेंट होता है ऑन दी प्रोडक्ट, ऑन दी प्रोसेस, दे आर गवर्न्ड बाय योर एग्रीमेंट ऑन इंटेलेक्चुअल property rights of WTO. So the drug major Cipla giant है, आप सबको पता है Cipla के बारे में. Cipla has received final approval from the US Food and Drug Administration for new drug application submitted for the medicine. It would be creating generic version of the cancer drug. ठीक है? Abraxane. What happens is WTO में there are agreements on intellectual property rights. ठीक है? तो बिना परमिशन के आप उसका जेनेरिक वर्जन नहीं बना सकते. जेनेरिक वर्जन बनाते क्यों हैं हम? बिकॉज समटाइम्स दीज मेडिसिन्स आर नॉट अफोर्डेबल, राइट? सो जेनेरिक वर्जन में सेम कंपोनेंट्स होते हैं अंडर डिफरेंट ब्रांड नेम टू मेक इट मोर अफोर्डेबल फॉर द पीपल. Then moving ahead to the defense segment. DRDO recently has successfully test fired long range glide bomb गौरव. कौन सा बॉम्ब है? गौरव नाम है, गौरव, फ्रॉम Su-30 MK1 एयरक्राफ्ट. इस एयरक्राफ्ट से इन्होंने गौरव ग्लाइड बॉम्ब टेस्ट फायर किया है. ठीक है. It has a range close to 100 kilometers. It can go with accuracy. It has been designed and developed indigenously only by Research Center Imarat, then Armament Research and Development Establishment and Integrated Test Range Chandipur, Odisha. Moving ahead to the report segment, India emerges as global manufacturing hub for electronics according to Axis Capital. Electronics or mobile manufacturing में India's performance is improving day by day. So this data can be important for the examination. According to Axis Capital report, India is strengthening its position as a global manufacturing hub with value addition to electronics manufacturing having increased from 30% to 70% and projected to reach 90% value addition, 90% by financial year 2027. Remember this thing. Okay, and mobile phone exports, they have grown 77 times in the last 10 years for India. Then Niti Aayog has released report on automotive sector's global competitiveness. Niti Aayog ने release की है. Of course, it would be important. Automotive industry powering India's participation in global value chains. It says that country's automotive component production is growing to 145 billion US dollars with exports tripling from 20 billion to 60 billion by 2030. जो mobile exports हमारे होंगे 60 billion. Also remember यहाँ पर आपको rank ध्यान रखनी है. This is of utmost importance. India has emerged as the 4th largest global producer. Automotive production में we are 4th largest producer after China, US and Japan. तो automotive producer में production में according to the Niti Aayog's report, remember what is India's rank? India's rank is 4th after China, US and Japan. So top 3 are China, US and Japan. 4th one is India. Next one is 1/3 of digital payments in 2024 are driven by credit use, according to a latest report. According to a report by the Fintech Fee Commerce, nearly 1/3 of all the domestic digital payment transactions were credit driven. Credit driven मतलब credit cards वगैरह के through facilitate किए गए थे. And UPI has become a transformational product in digital payments. जितने भी digital payments हुए हैं, UPI has accounted for 65% of the total transactions. UPI is dominating small and mid value transactions also. जो भी आपके small और mid value transactions हैं, in them UPI is dominating. Credit cards में भी, EMIs में भी, big ticket purchases में भी. So not only small ticket sized, but big ticket size purchases में UPI is dominating again, right? So remember this thing. Next one, moving on to awards. So we have introduction of Best Stunt Design category at 100th Academy Awards 2027. Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences has officially added a new category. एक नई category add की है Best Stunt Design. Best Stunt Design to recognize the contribution of stunt professionals. जो आपके फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में stunt professionals होते हैं फिल्म मेकिंग में, उनके efforts को recognize करने के लिए it is added. 100 Oscars जो हैं आपके 2028 से it would be added. Best Stunt Design. Remember कब से? 100 Oscars in 2028. जो भी फिल्म्स 27 में रिलीज होंगी, out of them they will be nominated for the Oscars of 2028. Next one is James Anderson has received knighthood for his services to cricket. So you all know him. Famous England fast bowler James Anderson has been awarded as with a knighthood for his services to cricket as a part of former British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's resignation honors list. ठीक है, so James Anderson आपको ध्यान रखना है. Then next one is UP Police Investigation Portal wins Scotch Award. UP Police का जो investigation portal है, investigation, prosecution and conviction portal, which has been developed by the UP Police. It has been been awarded with the Scotch Award at national level in the Police and Safety category recently. Police and Safety category में remember UP Police के investigation portal को Scotch Award मिला है, recognizing their efforts. Moving on to sports. So first is International Shooting Sport Federation ISSF World Cup 2025 जो ब्यूनस आयर्स अर्जेंटीना में कंक्लूड हुआ है. इंडिया का ओवरऑल परफॉर्मेंस क्या है? सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल रिमेंबर इसका लोकेशन ब्यूनस आयर्स इन अर्जेंटीना. इंडिया हैज रैंक्ड सेकंड आफ्टर चाइना. India has ranked second after China and has won total of 8 medals including 4 gold, 2 silver and 2 bronze. Then 2035 FIFA Women World Cup जो होगा तो United Kingdom is now on course to host the 2035 FIFA Women World Cup. Remember 2035 का FIFA Women World Cup कौन होस्ट करने वाला है? This is again a very important question. So it is going to be hosted by United Kingdom in 2035 UK. Appointments में Amit Mittal has been appointed as Group Chief Financial Officer of Canara Bank. Vijay Kiran Anand, CEO of Invest UP. Ram Charan appointed as Brand Ambassador for Reliance Consumers Camp Up. Then important days, World Parkinson's Day 11th April. Parkinson's disease के बारे में awareness spread करने के लिए it is observed on 11th April. And recently National Safe Motherhood Day has been observed on 11th April. Theme क्या थी इसकी? Theme was Healthy Beginnings, Hopeful Futures. So that's it for the 13th and 14th April CA discussion. Now it's time for the top 5 MCQs. First question for all of you. According to RBI's data, outward FDI commitments have rose about 20%. You have to tell me the top outward FDI destination for Indian FDI from January to March period. Very good. Singapore remains as the top FDI destination, outward FDI destination, right? Singapore is the right answer. Next question. RBI has asked all the applicants, the regulated entities, to use Pravah portal for submitting applications for any approval, license, authorization from 1st May itself. You have to tell me what does Pravah stands for. Pravah stands for. What does Pravah stands for? Everyone. Pravah portal is very important. Okay, so you are saying C. Platform for regulatory application, validation and authorization. Yes. Platform for regulatory application, validation and authorization. That's correct. Next one. SEBI has introduced a standardized format for applications by mutual funds intending to establish SIF, according to which investors are also required to invest a minimum of how much rupees across all SIF strategies according to these latest guidelines? Minimum of 10 lakh rupees, right? So option B is the right answer here. Minimum of 10 lakh rupees. Next one. Union Ministry of Information and Broadcasting has signed an MOU with Government of Maharashtra to establish Indian Institute of Creative Technologies. In this segment, the AVGC XR, Animation, Visual Effect, Gamings and Comics, Government of India will be holding how much equity into it? Government of India की equity कितनी होगी इसमें? Government of India will be holding 34%, remember. Okay, option C, 34%. Next one, DRDO recently has test fired the long range glide bomb, which is named as which of the following from the Su-30 Mk1 aircraft or the Sukhoi 30 Mk1 range. उस बॉम्ब का ग्लाइड बॉम्ब का नाम क्या है? 100 kilometers of precision range it has. Gaurav, right? So the name is Gaurav. All right. Now the learning question, learning exercise. Niti Aayog has released a report titled Automotive Industry Powering India's Participation in Global Value Chain, according to which India has emerged as which number of the largest global producer of automotives. Automotive industry में, according to this report, what is India's rank? This is your homework question, everyone. You will be telling this thing in the comment section. Last class में, the question I gave you was, NABARD has signed MOU with which of the following for sustainable infrastructure financing? So yes, the correct answer is New Development Bank. And New Development Bank is headquartered at Shanghai, established by the BRICS countries. So very good, all of you have provided the right answer. Shiksha, then I'm unable to pronounce this name, pardon me for that, Anjali Kumari and Aditya. So all of you have provided the correct answer. Any doubts from today's session? Anyone? All right then. Okay. Thank you so much for staying tuned. That's it for today's session. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next class. Thank you.